Hey everyone, Dylan here, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about why I like grinding in video games, or I guess liked, because I don't play video games anymore because I went blind. It's very sad, but it is what it is. And I wanted to kind of talk about why I liked grinding, because I was one of those people who grinded in games, mainly RPGs and JRPGs, and I would grind for levels or what have you, just different types of grinding. And I just really loved grinding it. I'm one of those people who could sit there and grind for 2-3 hours, and I just wanted to kind of talk about it and get people's responses, maybe, you know, why they liked grinding, and see if maybe there's some overlap there with my reasons and all that. So comment in the comments below, why do you like grinding, if you do, and what your reasons are. But my reasons, and I'm going to use Final Fantasy XII as a great example for this, because the more you can grind for at once, it just feels so much better. So the reasons why I like grinding are a couple of reasons. One, I like doing it because it's just kind of like, it's something chill. You could listen to your own music in the background if you wanted. You could just kind of turn your brain off and chill out for a while. It's just something fun to kind of do. And then at the end of it, you get to see everything you've done, and it just feels like you're working towards something, you're accomplishing something, and it's really great and cool. For other reasons that you like grinding is because I like being overpowered in games. Probably more often than not is I'd play it normally for the first time, and then if it has replayability, the second time I play it, I would definitely do, like, I would be overpowered, because I am a damage whore. I love seeing big attack numbers, just big digits, big attack numbers, big attack stats, big dick attack stats, and I just love that kind of thing. So that's kind of also why I like grinding. And so a good example, like I said, was Final Fantasy XII, because there are 3 ways that you can grind at a single time, and I love it. So the first way is, you know, you kill monsters and you're gaining your normal experience points to level up your stats. Okay, cool. The basics. Great. Love it. Then they put on top of that, they put this thing called their license boards. Basically, you choose a job. You choose a job for your character, and you get 2 jobs. You get a second job later in the game, and your first job, they have these things called license boards. They're basically these boards with different squares on them that have different abilities, skills, stat buffs to different things. And they also have, depending on the job, they have the different weapons you can use. But before you use them, you have to use license points to unlock the squares for these certain type of weapons before you can use them. And it makes for really great customization. So while you're grinding for normal experience points, every time you kill a monster, you also are building up license points. A very cool thing about this is, no matter where you are, whatever character you're using, when you build up license points, every single other character gets it, whether they fought or not, whether they're even in your party at the time, they all get the license points. So when you get a character that is gone for a while, they will have a giant amount of license points for you to play with, and it's just so fun. I love it, because you completely forget about it. You're like, oh, I got this character back. It's like, oh, holy crap, you have a lot of license points for me to play around with and decide. And so yeah, like I said, you use those to choose different spells, skills, whatever's on that specific job license board. And again, you choose different, like, it'll be like swords 1, or heavy armor 1, heavy armor 2, and it takes a certain amount of license points to unlock it. That way you can use the equipment. So you're grinding for that at the very same time you're grinding for a normal level experience. And then a step further, how you get most of your money in the game, in my opinion, is you don't actually get money for killing enemies. I mean, you kind of do. They drop items a lot of the time, and then you take those items and then you sell them. So that is typically how you make a lot of your money in the game. And, you know, you just go through a dungeon or an area and just kill the monsters over and over and collect all these items to eventually sell all at once. So after like 2-3 hours of really nice grinding, in Final Fantasy 12, you can be looking at, maybe you gained a level or two, you gained a ton of license points, and then you gained a bunch of different loot to sell. And so by the time everything's set and done, everything compounds on itself. You got a couple levels which made you stronger. Then you sell all your goods and items that you got from monsters, and then you see that big fat number of all that gil that you earned. And then you use your license points to make yourself stronger and unlock new armor you can wear. And then guess what? Since you have all those items that you sold, you have all that money, you can then afford the new equipment. And so you just become so much more powerful all at once after a nice grind session. Now, this isn't the case in every game, right? Just typically a lot of times you're getting money and you're getting experience in games, typically, and maybe even skill points. So different games have different variety of how you might grind, and this is just one that I really like because it just makes it feel so like you're doing so much at once, and then you get just this big reward at the end, just like, yes, I'm getting like all this, and it's just great and really fun. And you just like to see the results of it, and then after you've done all that, you go fight monsters, and then you're like, oh my god, my damage is so much better, my defense is so much better, and just all around better, and you get to see the results of everything you did. And just big fat numbers, man. You can quote me on that. I love big fat numbers. So those are kind of the reasons why I like grinding in video games and RPGs and JRPGs. Again, it can differ depending on the game and what stuff they have to grind for. Some can be more basic and some can be better, but those are my main reasons, and that's why I like grinding. Let me know in the comments below, why do you like grinding in video games? And what video games do you like to grind in? Do you have one that you specifically really love? Let me know that as well, and your reasons why you like it. And that's been it for me. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening. I will see you in the next video.